Can you guys hear me now? Oh, and there's echo. Dang it. Okay. if I use this, then I get an echo, so whatever. Let's go to a new spot. Okay. Nope, that doesn't work. It's the same video. One has audio and one doesn't, I think. There are two links to the same video. Can't even see what the microphone's on right now because I'm just trying to fix this stuff for you guys, so hopefully it's okay. I mean, Microscope. Mine just shows up with one video. Doesn't have two links on mine. I don't know. I don't really care. Whatever. We're just going to do this. It's fixed, but I hear an echo, which means something is wrong. So if you guys don't hear an echo, then whatever. Then it's just annoying for me. So pretty. Hey, Starvin' Marvin. Oh, and the West Roasty Ninja. Nope, just focus this way. I want to see what's inside of you. We made thin sections of rocks and looked at them under the microscope to determine the minerals. That's awesome. This is all like the same rock that we've been showing you. That I've been showing you. I have a bunch other ones too, but this one's just so cool. There's just so much cool stuff to look at. Oh, no, that way. It's just hard for me to focus. Come on, come on. Good night, Starvin' Marvin. Thanks for stopping in. Please hit that like button. Okay, let's move to this part that once again still the same rock. It's hard to focus because obviously there's so many different heights of things. So some things come into focus and other things don't. I'm gonna do this more often though, probably, and I'll have a better handle of it. And then the light is too high to really see this quartz here. So if I turn the light down, should be able to get a better view of it. Part of that rock looks like it has grown it. Yeah. Let's look in this weird little, I don't know if we'll be able to see much inside this hole in the side of the rock. I'll have to turn the light up again. Oops, turned it off completely. Let's see if we can see down there. That's pretty cool stuff. It's like a little crystal cave inside of it. It's really hard to focus on the things that you want. It's being very sensitive. That's pretty sweet. And I will turn the light back down a little bit. Once again, all the same rock. Baller. Okay. Most of the cool stuff is on that side of the rock, but sometimes when you look up close at the not so cool stuff, it's actually way cooler. That's what's awesome about rocks. I always go rock collecting and I find all the prettiest rocks, and then my boyfriend comes back with all the ugliest rocks. I'm like, those are so boring. And then he's like, no, look at them. Like, and those ones actually have the most silver. This looks like a map. Wonder what that perfect circle is. Wonder if I can see that on here. Nope. Obviously not. It's a microscope, but I shouldn't be able to see it. Here's another weird looking hole, and I want to look into. Oh, okay, okay. The little tiny like holes in rocks are actually the coolest thing. They're my favorite part. Milt is gonna like find out where I live just by looking at these rocks. Because all of these come from our backyard, basically. Okay, flip this over and look at the cool stuff on the other side again. And then we'll look at another rock. It's so funny when you just see like all this hair and like sometimes spider webs and stuff. Like you don't see any of those fibers when you look at the rock. It obviously is a microscope, but you think you would. You'd be like, oh, take those hairs off my rock. But come on, go back here. Pro tip, minerals form larger crystals when cooled slowly. Just turn my light on for a second so I can actually see the cool parts of the rocks. So I'm just also looking through the microscope, but sometimes there's cool stuff that I want to check out further. It's almost 4 a.m., but now I want to search for rocks. Yeah. Ugh, it's like I move it and then there we go. Okay, let's set this rock aside for a moment and move on to a very different one. One of my favorite kinds of rocks we have around here that looks really, really pretty when you just look at the rock as a whole, but I'm not sure how interesting it actually is going to look up close. It just has a bunch of quartz and I don't know what other rock it is. Just seems like kind of like pretty standard looking when you look at it this way. Didn't think it would look too cool, but it's a really, really pretty rock to look at on its own. Not necessarily the coolest looking rock up close. I didn't realize there was actually so much like quartz looking rocks in it. It looks like pretty standard rock when you see it, except it's white, but it's not like a quartz shine to it. Quartz is really pretty. Okay. Let's look at this. This has got a lot of gold. See you, Starvin' Marvin. Thanks for coming in. Always appreciated. I'm moving too fast for you guys too. Please let me know. Being that this is the first time I'm streaming this, I want to know what's best for you guys. I can get a little too focused in on it. I want it to be enjoyable for you guys as well. Okay, let's check out this red one. Okay, just curious. So, like the other ones, it looks very cool when it's just a red rock, but up close it's not necessarily the most interesting thing. Let's find a spot where it's half red. Yes, please hit the like button. Thanks for the reminder for everyone. Oh, this part kind of looks cool. Forest blurred, thanks. Looks like something you'd find on Mars, yeah. I don't know if I'm finding what I actually... It's hard to tell. I don't think we'll be able to see it in this very well. It's quite a deep hole in the rock. Okay, on to the next one. This one's a pretty rock to look at on its own, but also looks like one that might look cool up close. You're holding a piece of granite, aren't you? I'm just holding, all of these rocks are just rocks that we found around here. We have a lot of granite in our rocks, but no. I wonder, I don't think I have a regular host scene set up right now that I can show you just the rocks. So I'm going to switch to that. Yeah, I don't even think I have my camera actually plugged in. Legs are too easily gamed. They play a small part in the algorithm. I'm pretty sure the more likes you have, the more likely the YouTube algorithm will recommend it to people. So yes, likes do have a benefit. To my knowledge, the YouTube algorithm only picks up on 500 likes within 24 hours. But it definitely makes the videos look good, and it makes me happy. Come on. I really, really want to get or make a rock tumbler and smooth out some of these and make some jewelry or something into it. Oh, this part looks pretty. Yeah, you'd think that the granite person would be here. That's nonsense. Lie about the 500 likes in 24 hours. That's not what Tony Teflon says. Pretty sure that's who. To that is the. I'd be lucky to get 500 likes in a year. Yeah, it is funny. I hope one day. This is still the same rock that I said was pretty on the outside, but looked like it could also be interesting. Hey, do you know me? These flecks look pretty. Where are they though? Ooh, another little rock cave. Gets into the rock cave. Does Tony speak to people? YouTube? I have a YouTube manager. Ah, fancy. Mm. Sorry guys, I'll put this down. This is what my fake wood table looks like. It's not a rock, but I want to look on here for something good first. Oh well, we'll just change it to a different rock. This one's really, really smooth rock. So I don't know how much we're gonna really see. Hmm. Show it in your hand before the scope. You won't see it. Like it. There's an option to zoom in and zoom out, but I think that's only if you download the CD that it came with. And for some reason, that's not working in my external CD-ROM thing that my friend lent me because my computer doesn't have a CD slot. So I just plugged this into my streaming service and it worked, but the picture button and the zoom button on the side didn't really work. So I'm pretty sure this is like the farthest zoomed out it actually goes, and it's supposed to zoom in more than this, but oh, that was cool. Like that little vein. I've put off YouTube meetings for almost a year now. I don't like thinking of it as primarily as business because then it becomes a job. Hey, Sun TV Major. Yeah, we're looking at some rocks. Just random rocks that I found in my area. Ooh, this is pretty. Look at all those colors. The light reflects off of that. Super pretty. Oh my gosh, it's just hard to aim. I will get better at this and then it won't be so much like, oh, my eyes. Okay, it's 4 a.m. now and I'm really tired. Can we do like streams like this in the future? That's they're really interesting and cool to look at. Yeah, of course. I freaking love rocks. So, this is just plain rock right here. This is plain boring rock on this side, and then it comes over here and meets up. And then the whole bottom half of it is the quartz looking stuff, and the whole top of this rock is this boring. I live in Ontario, Nabra. I live in northern BC, in the Golden Triangle, which is why there's a decent amount of gold in all these. A lot of pyrite, but okay, off that one. These ones are rocks that are some of my favorite to look at. Um, Eventually I'll get it so my camera is set up too, so I can show you the rock in its whole, but it almost looks like a bone when you see it. Like, I'll try to show you the side here. So it's like, kind of like a typical regular rock, and then it'll just have like these like almost veins. Try to move it over right to the edge of it that begin. And from far away, like obviously from close, it looks like a rock, but this part here looks very similar to like bone. It's really cool looking rock. My favorite rock that I have like this is ginormous. This one here is, I don't know, not very big, like the size of a walnut, but I have one that like bigger than my hand that has this stuff. Yes. I'm like 5 minutes from Alaska. Look how cool that is. It is so beautiful, this rock, in person, but up close, it's just, look at that. Where I live, it's almost all hard rock mining, though. You have to go a little bit more north if you want to do like placer mining, gold panning mining. Oops, oops. Like, I bet even if you guys went and found like the plainest rocks you could outside your house and looked at them under this microscope, it would be cool. But wait, oh, that's my hand. I've got rock residue. It's so gross to look at your skin on this. Won't even show you. Let's switch rocks now. So it's pretty similar to our first rock. Kind of looks like maybe there's a little less silver in it. You make me want to stream the collection I got in Western Australia for my graduate work, Kat. Oh, that would be so cool. Whistler Blackcomb is in British Columbia. Yeah, Whistler's pretty. Still very far away. This is another one of those rocks that looks pretty boring when you look at it on its own. Like if this was on the ground outside, I'm sure someone would be like, kick it out of the way. But like, look at all this. Do you smell it? Smell what? rocks. Hmm. Is this a piece of pyrite in here? Kind of looks like it, but I don't know if that's what I was seeing, but I think that's pretty much it for this rock. I don't see any visible holes or things that we can cave explore into. So now on to the next rock. It's that was just my table again. Um, Mind you, this doesn't look much different than my table. This is another smooth rock. It is very brick red colored in person. I'm going to turn my lighting down on the microscope because oops, wrong way. It's so smooth, it's kind of just reflecting the light. If it is too dark on the stream, please let me know. I think I'm putting that the wrong way again. Oh gosh. Yeah, really gotta learn to play with this, but I just wanted to stream today and I don't know, I wasn't really feeling playing any video games. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I just wasn't really up to playing and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been wanting to do this freaking rock stream. Oh, this part over here looks cool. I wanted to do this rock stream for months, but couldn't figure out how to get it working since the CD wouldn't work. But then I realized it just works in my XSplit broadcaster. This looks like burnt skin, or like burnt chicken. Yeah, so this is another rock that is, there's a lot of red over here. Another rock that is pretty cool to look at in person, but I was gonna say not that cool to look at under a microscope, but damn. This actually looks like I'm looking at a crime scene. Maybe I, maybe we need to get this, this rock tested for something. You know, because CSI in northern Canada and Alaska is so good. Legit looks like blood. Guys, I just cracked a case. First time ever watching a rock stream. It's been great and brings back memories. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen anybody do a rock stream, but I'm sure there probably are geologists who do this, and they probably do it much better than me, who just thinks, this rock's pretty, you know. And um, like rust spelling. Like, what do you mean? Like the rusty colored rock? It, it's rusty color, yeah. It's not. It doesn't have any rust on it. Hmm. Okay, that's that one. We have two more left. Um, this one's pretty cool. I love the way it just like that catches the light there. That green shimmer. Fuck, that's beautiful. Let's focus. this part looks cool. Let's get into this. Professional geoscientists like me never have a chance to look at rocks working oil. It's pretty sad. Aw. Yeah, I freaking love rocks. I've always, my entire life, loved rocks. When I was growing up, I'd go camping in Ontario a lot, um, and I love finding like fossils, like rocks with fossils. Oh my gosh, not a whole lot of fossils here, but damn, we've got some really nice rocks. I've got super eyes, so I see this type of detail without microscope. Oh my gosh, bridge 4. It's so typical. Superhuman. Mm, it's gotta be another part. This rock's pretty cool. Oh, this part looks kind of cool. Might as well take this time to thank my Patreon supporters, Revengeance, Major Zen, Slayer 768, and Water Squid. Because of you guys, I was able to buy another Jackbox game today that we will be playing tomorrow, Fibbage. So thanks to my Patreon supporters. You guys make it so we can have more fun content to do. Try to get to my. I'm just gonna pause it on that cool shot for a second so I can get up and get my link for Patreon. If you guys have literally $1 per month that you'd be able to spare, I know even right now times are hard for everybody, so I don't expect it at all. But if you do have any time to or extra $1 per month, please consider becoming a Patreon of mine so it can help me get some new games and new stuff for the channel to improve it. We are so close to 300 subscribers also, which I am so stoked about. So thank you everybody just for being here and supporting uh, the channel in any way that you can and just showing up. You guys are awesome. The backside of this rock doesn't look very cool. Like I mean like in person, like it looks decently cool on this, but like to go from, let me focus in, like this is the side and then that's like the open part of the rock that's been broken. We operate on much larger scales. I should show one of the rocks with a bunch of nautiloids I have from WA, Washington. I'm trying to figure out any states. Y'all know I'm Canadian. But yeah, this rock is pretty cool. It's another kind of small one. It's like 2 inches by an inch and a half or so. I'm trying to speak your language here. I accept Monopoly money, Kev. You motivated me to do Milt's Patreon the other day, but I'm waiting for Patreon to reactivate my email. Oh, that's awesome. Western Australia. Oh, okay. So here's the quartz part. This almost looks like a bunch of drugs that was spilt on the rock. Kat, I might break you off some of my stimulus package money. I would be so grateful, but do not, nobody is obligated to. It just really helps out the channel. Um, almost looks like a bug staring at us, so I understand. Yeah, I'm gonna play with this microscope more so I get used to it. This is one that our friend gave us. He bought two of them and decided to give one to us, so that was a few months ago, and I've been wanting to do this so freaking bad. And I could have done it this whole time. I thought I needed the CD for it to download the program, which it still is pretty important because it adds a lot of special features like actually taking photos instead of screenshotting. But as it stands, it's going pretty well. And before I didn't have a camera, like a webcam, so I couldn't stream my face at all. So if I knew that I could have been streaming this the whole time I didn't have a webcam, um, yeah, that's okay. Let's go to our last rock, which is a little tiny one. You'll probably even see my skin on either side of it because it's so small. But lots of little pretty things in it. Oops, sorry guys. This rock is so small. It's hard to keep it still and try to focus the microscope. Okay, so note to self, small rocks are hard. Actually, what I can do is I can try and just put it down on the table. Then I won't have to move it, but it will be hard to. It's a nice piece of pyrite right there. Dang it, see? I hit it with the microscope and then I lost where I was. But there we go. Some nice pyrite. Let's turn the brightness down on the microscope. Oops, that's up, obviously. That's completely off. I just want a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe if I turn off my light. No, it doesn't really help. It's still so bright. But that's good example of some pyrite, some fool's gold. Oh my gosh, why can I not? Yeah, these small rocks are definitely hard. Like the big rocks, I can just rest it right on it. So, note to self. Okay, these aren't going to be very long streams because I don't want to show like my whole entire collection before I even. Then every stream will be the same. If sorry, I'm trying to see the edge of this rock, but I just keep seeing my table. There we go. It's pretty. Kev, if you join my Patreon, you'll get to know what I'm eating for dinner once per month. Oh, damn. That's what I need to do. Join some Bridge 4 Patreon. Patreon responded, actually, I think I might be able to do this now. Well, now Milt will finally have you if you are able to do my Patreon as well. I would be so grateful, but I am happy it's working for Milt now. There's so many birds outside my window. That is crazy. Yeah, these small rocks are super hard. So note to self, try to get bigger rocks. Well, a lot of my rocks here are pretty huge. And it's nice because it takes a long time to go through all of them. But damn, this is hard to focus. It's hard. to really see everything on it. Like what? Like what? You're not, I don't know what you want from me. Rock. I just want to see this gold. More pyrite. Mm, come on. That's what's hard. It's just like I have the rock moving and I've got the microscope moving. So it's not. It's like such a cool rock to show, but it's I'm gonna have to play with it um, when I'm not streaming, so I can just show you. Yeah, there's a crazy amount of pyrite where I live. Okay, let's go back to that big rock again just to see some of the cool stuff that people might have missed at the beginning, and then we will end this stream. I love little holes in rocks. It's like I thought I loved rocks. I couldn't love rocks anymore, and then I saw holes in rocks through a microscope, and I'm obsessed. Just all those little fibers and everything. Like, what? Like, this has been in a river and stuff like that for like long times, and like, what is what is going on with these rocks? They're just so cool. My friend who gave me this microscope also has a bunch of cool rocks um, that I'm gonna, most of them are from this area, and I'll go through them and try to borrow some to show you guys. But I wanted to show you guys just a few rocks from my, you know, 1,000 rock collection. We could also use this thing for other stuff too. Um, there are some things like bugs. Um, there are, you know, rocks don't have to be the only thing we look at under the microscope, but that's the only thing I can really think of. So, I'm patronizing you nasties now. Me too, Bridge? Oh, oh, look at that purple. What are you? Oh, no, you're just a reflection of light because when I move, you are no longer purple. But damn, that's cool. I'm not wearing any purple or anything. Oh, you know, it could be the blue for my mouse. Nope, and when I cover that too, it's that. So I guess these ones just like to look purple when you shine at them. I want to see what those little flecks are. Oh, I just love all the colors. I wish I could just like increase the saturation on it, like I can, but just so it looks prettier, but I want it to be as realistic as possible. does come with this little stand, but the stand doesn't always work. Oh, thank you so much, Bridge 4. That's awesome. Thanks for becoming a patron. Oops, I'm not focusing now because I'm too excited. That's awesome. Thank you so much. It will all go to improving this channel, 100% of it. Oh, I just love these. Like, this rock's the coolest. I'll probably do this rock on like every rock stream because like I swear I can. Oh, what's this part? It looks like fiber or something stuck in it. I swear I could look at this rock like all day and just still be a bunch of stuff. Like, what is this? You're not rock? What? Hey, zombie native. Pause it on this rock because I just want to look at this. Like, let me inspect. Oh, yeah, that's just coming right off when I scrape it. So I'm wondering what got on it. And in the meantime, oops, that is not what we wanted to do. Oh my gosh, I am so horrible at, there we go. And then I deleted squid too. You're probably cringing at how opposite I do things. I'm sure there's a lot of better ways. I'm assuming that's what you want as your name on here, Bridge 4. You can always change it to something else. Oh, see what I did. Took geology class. That's awesome. I deleted the other Patreon. Dang it. Okay. Okay. I will fix that after and add my other Patreon back there. We'll just do another quick view. You don't have to put my name, save space for someone else. No, I'm putting your name, whether you like it or not. Just kidding, if you really didn't want it there. But I'm going to keep adding them until like literally there's no room on my stream to add them. Because it makes me look good too. I'll probably cancel it and get my money back before the first month's up anyways. Well, even just doing it in the first place is enough to get recognition, Bridge 4. Hey, Sean. Is that actual or some schoolwork for science? Like, look how freaking cool this is. It's like, what? Are you freaking kidding me? I'm obligated to treat you with respect now, Kev. It doesn't say that anywhere on my Patreon. Now I want to just become a Milt Patreon so I can know it. Milt's eating once per month. That or I can just annoy Milt every day and send messages saying, "What you eating? What you eating?" Oh yeah, I love this rock. This rock is gonna be a big feature in these streams. Let me. do this all night. I know you guys gotta go to bed, and I've gotta eat, and I need to drink water. I can't barely even do any drinking of water while I'm doing this because I'm holding it. Um, let's find one more cool part about this rock. Oh, here's a cool part. We just gotta focus because there's so much. It's like another one of those little crystal holes. So like if I focus too close, you'll see the close-up ones and then you don't see them here. But yeah, I love these little ice caves. I know it's not ice, but it's just like it makes you feel like what other rocks you got. You're gonna have to rewatch this stream again, Zombie, because we'll be doing this often, but I'm not gonna be doing the same rocks except for this one, because like, look how cool this one is. No matter where I go on this rock, it is magical. So this is probably the only rock. And then I will set up my camera too, um, eventually, so that I can show you the rocks. I can show you the rocks that we're actually looking at, because it's crazy how obviously different it looks when it's not under a microscope. But yeah, my other streams, there aren't, I don't know, I wouldn't be offended if nobody ever watched them again. It's kind of, um, it's like kind of fun just being here live, right? So, but this is the kind of stream I think anybody could watch again when you're just craving. The only thing, Santivia was here earlier, wasn't Santivia here? I thought Santivia and LMR both had that weird phobia of like holes, like those pods, like what's it called? The lotus pods or something that has a bunch of holes and stuff. Hey Toy Master, we're just finishing up, but thanks for stopping in. Please hit that like button. And as I was just mentioning, please feel free to watch this again because it's just really cool. If you guys want me to go any slower, or if it's just making you dizzy having it jump around so much, just let me know. I can focus it on something and try to pause it before I move to another section, so it's less of a blurry mess. I know for myself, I have motion sickness pretty bad for even things like this. This doesn't bother me because I'm focusing so much on it. But no, you don't have that phobia, but do you know what I'm talking about, Santivia? What that's called? I know LMR talks about it a lot. I thought that you were there for that too. So yeah, when this video is over, and if you guys have any suggestions on how to make it better, here, I'll find a good spot for me to pause it on so I can just give a better outro, like my outros are ever any good. There we go. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on how to make these microscope streams better or something that you want to see, I don't know what I have necessarily, but I have a lot of rocks. So let me know. Do you want it slower? Do you want me to pause it more when we find stuff? Yeah, just anything that you think that we could do to fix up this stream. I hope that you all have a lovely evening or morning, whatever time of day it is for you guys. And tomorrow we will be streaming Jackbox games, and thanks to my Patreons, we got Fibbage. So we'll try Fibbage out tomorrow with Quiplash and Drawful. And then in the evening, it's Friday, so Friday the 13th will be streamed. Big day, and I'm back at work, so a lot going on. Our chillin' chats will probably be a little shorter on the weekends, so I have more time to get my stuff done. Stream on Friday. Yeah, you know I'm always going to stream on Friday. Actually, that's not true. I didn't stream last Friday because I was crying and wasn't having a very good day. So even if I'm down and depressed, I will still stream. But if I'm just crying, like, no, I'm good. Anyways, stay hydrated. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming into the stream, and 1,000 times thank you to Bridge 4 for becoming a new Patreon. Just $1 a month will be able to help us get all these new games and everything that you guys want me to play, like Five Nights at Freddy's. You know it. I want to get that and try it out. Have a good night, and thank you so much.